now joining us, we have Stephanie and Virginia, and they are from the Crossnore School and Weaving Room. Thank you ladies so much for being with us today.
Thank you for having us.
Absolutely. Now, we have talked with you guys on the show before, but for any of our viewers who may have missed that interview, remind us a little bit about what the Crossnore School and Weaving Room actually is.
Do you want to start?
Well, we weave on the old-timey looms, and we make all kind of materials. We do placemats, napkins, scarves, ruanas, throws, dish towels, and all the profits go to support the school. We also have an arts gallery upstairs that goes to help support the school, and we feature local artists, and we do a lot of shows, and the DAR helps sponsors our school, and we do a lot of their shows for them, and they are a tremendous help to us.
Fantastic. So talk with us a little bit about the school.
The school itself is actually a home for children in need. Most will come through social services, but we also offer private care for children that may be struggling. They can attend the academy, or parents that feel the child needs to be placed out of the home, they can place them there through private care. Very high success rate of students, college and things. We also have a program after high school that they can go in as long as they're in school and holding a job, that they will provide somewhere to live, teach them how to pay bills, get on their feet. So it's a wonderful thing for children without homes and that have that need. And they live right on campus, go to school on campus. So it's a great thing. So everything we do profits that. Also provides jobs. That's how I started my job there. I was a student, and I started working there with these ladies, and it inspired me, and I can't leave it. I love it. And I love watching the other kids come in and learn the trade and pass on the same thing. And as she was saying, you know, the DAR, we do a lot of shows to get our business out there. The DAR is one of our biggest supporters, and we go different places to their conferences and do different shows and try to get out there and get our product out. So.
Right,
Very
so
neat.
talk to us a little bit about what DAR is.
Okay, do you want to explain that, or?
That's the Daughters of the American Revolution.
Okay.
Yes.
And they have a big interest in our school. Their color is kind of a royal blue. So when we're going to do for them, or if they visit our campus about every 4 years. And we try to have a lot of blue for them.
They love the blue. And they also, they actually have, is it 5? I think they have actually 5 specific schools in this part of the United States that they actually support. That is where all their focus goes. And so that is kind of their thing, is to help nonprofit and children with that. And, you know, I guess they have the conferences and try to help each school. Every 4 years they'll go visit each of those schools and do that. But that is the big thing. They just support these different schools with funding and things. So
It's incredible.
yeah, they're a
Fantastic.
wonderful group of ladies. They do a lot of great things.
Yeah, they do.
Now, how did that relationship between the school and the DAR form?
I'm not really sure on that. It's been many years on that. I think actually when they chose different schools, and but that's a question I'm not very sure.
It sounds like a very neat
It
partnership.
goes
that
back
you guys
many
have going
years.
on.
They have supported, I think, from close to the beginning. Actually, I think Miss Sloop with Miss Aussie, you know, did some things through the weaving room and years ago through some conference and got that kind of started. So
That started, I think, with the sales store. This little girl was on campus and didn't have any clothes, and they went to Washington and asked for clothes, and they got a bunch
Yes.
of black clothes.
yeah,
And they sold them to help benefit this girl by what she needed. And from
And it
there,
kinda
it just kind
formed.
of formed
yeah.
a relationship.
Fantastic. Well, Stephanie, talk with us a little bit. So you went to the school and now you're working there. Talk with us a little bit about your journey and the impact that it's had.
Well, it's had a great impact. When I started, I was 17, and of course I didn't. It was a job, you know. And I love the ladies. I fell in love with them. They are just, even now, just very open to the kids, warming, welcome. And I left, I graduated, kind of left, didn't know what I wanted to do, was trying to go to school, but I just wasn't sure, and I was just kind of job after job, and so I thought, well, I'm going to go back to the weaving room until I can kind of, because it was I knew it was a stable place and for me to work, and I thought, well, I'll go back, and so I started back, and I just never left. I got there, got rooted, and it's really been a good work ethic. It taught me a great work ethic because I was never really taught that. And a route to a place, you know, I moved a lot growing up. So it's really been a lot of those roots and things, morals, values, things that it's taught me that I didn't get from that former home. And so that's been the biggest thing. And now I have my own home, and as a mother, and it's a stableness, you know, it's still like my second home. And also being able to share that with the kids, giving the kids to see that as well, that, you know, success is rated on very many different levels, and I feel very successful. Even though I didn't go have that degree and that education, I found something there that I couldn't have got through that and the experience, you know, and it's a very good living. I do very well, and I love that, you know, to be where I'm at, and I'm very happy with that. But it's put a lot of roots in my life, and I'm grateful for that. And there's a lot of opportunity. One thing, if I can say about the school, is they will never let you go. Once you come there, they will always be there for you. We've had several. We have a mother-child program, and we have 2 right now that were after me, students that are now there with their children. You know, and it's a little bittersweet, but I'm grateful they have somewhere to go, and that we offer that, and that it's once you're there, you're always a part of it. And I think that's a wonderful thing, if anything we can say about the school, that they will always back you up.
Absolutely. Very neat. So the weaving room helps to support the school, but other than that, how are you guys kind of involved with the kids?
We have some on campus that comes down and works in the afternoon,
Okay.
and we try to teach them to do
And,
right.
and they can go on shows with us. Some have went with
Yeah.
us.
Okay.
You know, so they learn how to go out, kind of entrepreneur thing, so I do think that's a big thing for them, getting to learn those traits and different things and business part of things. So that's probably our biggest thing that we do work with the kids, having the jobs and letting them get out and do things like that.
Wonderful.
It's probably a great experience for them as well.
Yeah, it is. Because like me, you know, some of them come there and they've never seen, you know, there's no consistency to work or do anything. And a lot of them have these talents that you just never know, and they just pour out, you know, and they come in there and realize they can do all these things. Even the art, we've had a lot of kids do so many beautiful little artwork and sold some art, you know, that they never would have known, you know. So I think it's a good open door to getting out there, getting their foot in the door to learning the trade and getting out in the public to getting that trade out there and selling things.
Absolutely.
Probably gives them quite a bit of self-confidence as well.
Yes, yes. To see their product being sold, yes.
Now, talk with us a little bit about weaving. Is this a difficult thing? It sounds like it would be difficult to me.
Not really. As people come in and say, you can play the organ. I can't play the organ, but
yeah,
I can
they
use
do
that loom.
They say it's like the organ.
And I love it. It's a job, but it's also relaxing, and
Therapeutic.
it is, and I just look forward to doing it on and on. I hope I last that long.
I think you get it or you don't. I think some
Right.
people, it's the patience and willingness to sit there, because it is a laborious job. But I mean, Granny's 80 years old and she can weave me a piece of piece, you know, because you form a bond with the loom and the relationship, because you're actually, you know, it's not thrown on a machine. And I like to remind the kids that, you know, we have been spoiled, you know, by being able to walk in and buy something where, you know, at one point this was all people had to make their clothes, you know.
Absolutely.
So, but there is a lot of tedious little things to it, but like Granny, I mean, when you love it, it's not hard. But for some people it can be.
Yeah. Well, I've been there 34 years,
Wow.
and I've left and done other jobs, but that place is home, and it always calls me back. So I'm happy.
So you can leave, but you will probably end up back there.
Yeah.
Now, can you talk with us a little bit about how long it takes for someone who comes in, they're a complete and total beginner like I would be, how long does it take to actually kind of get pretty good at this?
I'd say that depends.
Yeah, it depends. Some people can take off in, say, a couple of weeks
Yeah.
and do fairly nice work. And then if it don't come to you, you can sit there a month and still
And it can cause
get frustration.
And then
Right.
we have some people that's took like a small weaving class, like Lisa Fisher's come in, and she's just come right in and just naturally,
And she's fantastic.
yes, can just do it. And then some people come in, you know, and it's just like a foreign language, you know.
Right.
So I think it's like with anything, you kind of, you get it or you don't. And most of our students can pick up in a few days of the basic, you know, and I've always said anybody can sit down and weave, but making that product sellable and learning that, that's the hard part.
Right.
Getting, you know, figuring out how to make that beautiful edge and the piece come out right, you know, that's where the challenge comes, and that's where you have to love what you do.
Absolutely.
What is your favorite thing to weave?
Right now, they've got me on scarves,
Okay.
but I have done the linen, and that is like weaving with a sewing thread.
Oh, wow.
Pretty tedious.
But right now, I'm doing scarves. I've done stoles and ponchos. And
Okay. Scarves are a big thing right now.
They
Everybody's
are.
wearing
Yes,
scarves.
it's been busy.
Yes.
we're down too. I'm having to work.
Yes. Now, I personally can't say I have one thing. I love to weave all of it. I like to change. I like to do napkins, placemats, wearables. I'm not, don't like to sit in that same place.
Right.
I have a least favorite though, and it's scarves. For some odd
Good.
reason. I know, it's so funny.
She'll hate
And
it.
we balance out. It's great. We all kind of have our place, but we all can kind of do everything if we need. But there are those specifics. But for some reason, I don't know why, some grateful Granny does those for us. But I enjoy
Wonderful.
all of it.
Now, tell us a little bit about why these items that you guys weave are maybe better than other items, maybe better quality and just a little more durable. It sounds like they're pretty well made.
Well, I don't know. It's just
I would
hand
think,
done.
yes, I would think it is that time.
instead of imported
Right.
from overseas.
Right.
We go over our yarn. We are picky about our yarn. I mean, sometimes we get things in we won't use.
Right.
Our yarn has to be quality. You know, like I say, and loving what we do, and that goes into that piece. We want, you know, we all feel when that goes off that loom and my name's on it, it means something, you know.
Right.
And to me, a machine, you can't pick up every little detail that it might miss, whereas we can see visually every little line that goes through. So we can take the time to make sure it's in right and done right and the right durability for that, you know. And a lot of love goes into what we do.
And I'm a
Wonderful.
kind of a perfectionist.
Yeah.
If I won't buy it, I won't make it to send out
Yeah.
for somebody else.
Wonderful. That's a great policy. Now, is there a best-selling item that you guys have?
Placements, I
Yes,
would say.
placemats and napkins, probably because they are they're an easy giver. We sell a lot for that. And people love them. We have such a broad selection of colors, and we can kind of mix and match and do that, so they probably are our biggest seller.
And we can do special orders.
Yes,
Okay.
we can.
They can
we
pick
do.
their colors and we do it for
We
them.
try to meet any need anyone wants. There have been a few times, but
Yeah.
we do try to.
I bet you guys were really busy at Christmas then.
We have been. We have a website, and you can go online and look and put in PayPal orders. That's been a really big hit for us this year. The Weaving Room at crossnoreschool.org, and that's where you can go. We have our catalog on there, and we've had a lot of online orders. I think that's a convenience for people, and they can also call if, say, there's not something they see. We can work with them, and we've even mailed out colors to
Okay.
say this is what we have. So that's been a huge thing for us. So.
Perfect.
Fantastic. Well, it sounds like a great place to work, a really neat environment, and some great pieces
It
to
is.
purchase. Wonderful.
It's home.
Yes.
Sounds like it.
Once you're there, you don't want to leave.
Well, thank you ladies so much for coming in
Thank
to
you
talk
for
with us
having
today.
Thank you.
Absolutely. And we will be back right after these messages with more of the Mountain Television Network.